Mitch from PickDogs.com and SportsChatPlace.com. It's Monday, and that means, well, it's usually in a great mood here. Of course, we've got Major League Baseball. We got NBA playoff action and NHL. We're in the conference final, so lots of action going on today. It's a short card. We also have college football today, which I forgot to put on the title, but I can edit it maybe later, or if anyone cares. If they don't care, doesn't matter. I messed up my college football video. I had all these notes scribbled down. I saw the name Malcolm Perry. He's not on the team anymore, but I mentioned in the video that he was. So, guilty. I know nothing. Anyway, speaking of knowing nothing, I got Rod Zawacki, Chris Ruffalo, and Brian Bittler with me today, in no particular order. But got the guys in. Hopefully we have our sound checked. We got on a little bit early and got our sound checked. We got lighting. Look at Bittler's setup compared to how he was just a week ago or a couple days ago. Rod looks half frozen, but he's out of there. And he's got his Raptors hat on. And Chris Ruffalo sporting the white puck dogs. I know we're all on the opposite. I'm on the opposite side of the world on that game. So, anyways, and I have a strong opinion, but that's just me. What do you expect? It's like, well, I kind of. It's like, I don't think that ever happens, and I'm a name caller. I mean, everyone knows that. It's like, I'm not just a name caller. I also follow up the second sentence. I also follow it up on the second sentence. It's always like, hey, you, blah, blah, blah. And then I open the next one up. Look here. Da, 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 da. And then I continue on. It's the second follow-up that usually gets people, too. It's kind of like they don't see it coming. It's like they've braced for the first impact, and then it's like, Anyways.
It's like the double smack. It's like smack, smack.
Brian, what do you got today?
You're waiting for the first one, and then you got to get the second one. Most people don't catch the second one.
Yeah, they never see the second one coming. And that's when they usually get flustered and like, you're a name caller. Yes, I am. But it's like,
Guilty as charged.
I love the people that think after I call them the name, because I am a name caller, right? So the name is going to come. And it's like, so they think that justifies whatever they did, to make me call them the name. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy, right? It's like, you stole from me, but so I called you, well, probably a lot of different things. But so that makes the stealing okay, right? Or less than the name call or something. It's like, believe me, call me any name you want. If you steal from me, that's, it's pretty much finito Santiago. Anyways, Brian, speaking of stealing, you stealing money from the books?
No, I'm hoping to get back on track today after a crappy 1-4. Bucks were my only cover. I got a college football Monday night main event, $29.95, or MLB super sharp investment, $29.95.
Ironically, I lost that Bucks game. Chris?
I don't know who we're talking about. I'm excited that it's Monday, the start of a new week, start to take some more money from the books. I got winning day yesterday.
Little heater you're on here, right? Little heater going on? So. Little mini heater? Yeah. We're not supposed to talk about it.
I know. I'm knocking on wood right now. But I got Monday matinee. Got a few baseball games in the afternoon. I got 3 games in that pack. You got the mixed bag in the evening, 5 MLB, 2 NBA. Or you can get all of it for Mega Monday, $39.95 at the website.
How about you, Rod?
For me, I got 5 selections there. Mega Moolah Monday. I love those 5 picks today. Was off a winning day yesterday, so try to get back on track.
So I have a 5-pack for today. It's in the night games. I was going to put in a an afternoon pack as well for baseball. Maybe I will after the show, but I don't know. I'll just leave it as is with my 5-pack. Normally when I start adding games afterwards, I lose them all. So I might as well just stick to my 5 that I have. 1 college football, 2 NBA, 2 Major League Baseball. All start after 6 o'clock. So none of the,
sometimes we get in trouble for adding games too.
Well, this is the reason why I don't like people adding games late is because say somebody it has your monthly package or your weekly package or your 3-day package, right? And then they've checked all the picks in the morning. Then you enter picks, right? And say those picks win. Then they check your stuff in the morning when they're going to get their picks, and they say, "I didn't see that pick. I didn't see that pick. I didn't see that pick." So it's like I don't blame them. I have to take their side, and generally they're mad. And what am I supposed to do? It's like people already start mad at me. So it's like I do a live show for free, and people are mad about the way I do that. So they still tune in, but it's like
sometimes we're doing the show. I'm like, oh, I should have had that pick, but then it's really too late to do it. So
usually, sometimes there's late lines, there's extenuating circumstances, and things like that happen. But in general, try and keep them within the parameters. So it's not like it's rare that there's just a game that just it's like, oh my god, I really missed this one. I got it. And usually if I do that, it's usually just for the people that have bought my monthly packages and stuff. I wish there was a way to notify everybody, and we are coming out with something that we will have that feature, and so things might change a little bit. But anyways, NBA today got the Celtics and the Raptors. I just I have a premium pick on this game. My pick is that the Celtics, they're just gonna bust them up. I mean, they're gonna bust them up. I'm thinking like a 20-point plus win, like a stomp, bust them up win. I know not everybody agrees with me. Don't care. It's like sometimes you just see it and it's like the size of a beach ball, kind of like the Lakers last night. And I think this is one of those games. The Lakers last night, and in hindsight, and it's like the thank me later, and it's like I'm 100% in games that after they're over. If I was going to put it in a game of the year, that would have been my game of the year. It was that easy, I thought. And I called the Rockets.
Rockets looked like they were coming back there for a second.
No, they weren't coming back. It wasn't going to happen. I said on the show it was the square. The Rockets were the squarest play on the board. So I kind of said everything I had to say about it. But anyways, man, believe me, I've had some horrific picks over the years and over the days. I've had a couple yesterday, that really weren't so great. Yeah. I had the Brewers yesterday. Nothing pretty about that one. Yeah, let's go against Shane Bieber in Cleveland. Smart money. Brian, what do you think of this Raptors-Celtics mess?
I'll tell you what, if they want my premium pick, get it absolutely free at the drive-thru show this afternoon. I'll be on. I'm going to give out the side in that game for free. It's one of my premium plays. I'm going to go with the over, though, right now. I'm going to lean towards the over in this one.
How about you, Chris? You still watching that Blue Jays game from Fenway Park? I think I predicted the over 6 hours. I think it was right in that range yesterday. I think not only did we hit every parlay, I did predict the over 6 hours in the Blue Jays Red Sox game. And man, last I checked, there was 18 runs going on. I had it on the screen, and I had it on the grid. Of all the games, I couldn't even watch it anymore. It was on. It was like the late games were halfway through. That game was still going.
Well, they do the game in 30 up here, and all you're seeing in 30 minutes is you're just seeing runs on the board. You're not seeing any defense or any pitches or anything. You're just seeing runs. For the Raptors, I gotta take the Raptors here. I mean, I think they have all the momentum. I know that we're on different sides here, but I just think that this is a well-coached team, and they're going to pull out a win here and go up 3-2.
Rod?
I agree. Give me the Raptors.
All right. It's your money. Anyways, we got the Clippers up against the Nuggets. The Clippers could have built a skyscraper of all the bricks that they threw up in that game. I mean, they shot like 8% in the first quarter of that game against the Nuggets, and they never caught up. They cut into the lead a few times, but they couldn't even get it down to single digits until the very end of the game. I'm going to guess the Clippers are going to play a little better here. Brian?
Last 57 meetings between these two teams, it's gone under at a 39-18 clip. So I'm going to take the under here. I think it's a strongly contested game.
Thank you very much for the super chat. Send me your name, address, and shirt size. I'll send you a Pick Dogs t-shirt, just like the one that I'm wearing. Haven't had a lot of super chats recently. Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the under as well. I think it's a tight game, at least tighter than what the total suggests.
Rod?
Yeah, I agree. Give me the under here. Clippers are going to play a little defense, maybe.
I'm on the over here. Matador defense from both teams in here. The Clippers defense sieve all season long, man. It's like they're going to have to, if they're going to beat the Nuggets, they're going to have to put up a lot of points. Their defense has been, especially in the fourth quarter this year, their defense has been a sieve. All right. But I'm on the over there. Anyways, you guys, the person that knows the LA stuff the best and who knows like all the little details of all the little like tendencies of the LA teams is Tony T. So tune into that 6 o'clock show. I mean, he can tell you like what restaurants, Urias ate at, that he's going to come out and pitch like that, It's like he can tell you everything. He's like, he went to the all-you-can-eat Brazilian place last night. You might want to stay away. It's like from Bridesmaids, right? The one from Bridesmaids. It's like, you might want to stay away from. Speaking of baseball, got 11 games on the card today. I don't know why they wouldn't have a full card on Labor Day, but so be it. Jose Urena's got a job. He's pitching for the Marlins still. I didn't even know he was still in the league. Got him. He is plus 185 against the Braves. Ian Anderson, formerly of Jethro Tull. Brian?
I'm going to be a little square. I'm going to take the Braves minus 1.5. I think Urena's seen better days.
When were the better days?
There were some games against the
I missed
Phillies
that
where
better.
Good.
But he had a better pitch or better outing or better inning. I mean,
yeah.
When exactly was these better days?
I'd have to look it up, and then you'll see my head. That's not a good sign.
I'm going to take the over here. I think we see double-digit runs on the board at the end of this one.
How about you, Rod?
I'm going to take the under. Give me the under 9 in this one. I don't think we hit double digits.
The line is inverted in New York where David Peterson is now plus 105 against Zach Wheeler. I thought that line looked really strange last night when Wheeler was a dog at plus 100 when I was doing the videos. Now Wheeler is minus 125. 68% of the money here on Zach Wheeler and his return to Citi Field. Brian, you willing to lay minus 125 on a Phillies team that was absolutely bludgeoned yesterday? I mean, that was.
I did yesterday. I got pummeled going against DeGrom. In this game, I'm going to go with the under. I think we see good pitching performances from both teams.
You think Aaron Nola has gone from he's gone from like kind of a few years ago where he was kind of like an unknown commodity that people could win some money off of to now like one of the more overrated pitchers out there. He's just not. I mean, he's not good enough to put DeGrom on minus 145. He's not, not. Chris?
No, apparently not after yesterday.
No, not even close. Chris? Chris, sound issue. Nope. You didn't even touch anything because I've been watching him like a hawk over here. Rod, we'll come back to Chris.
For me, I'm going to take the Mets in this game. I think the Mets got a good shot to beat Philly again.
I'm on the Mets also. 32% of the public, right where I like to be. Chris, how about you?
I like the under 9. I think we see a pitcher's duel here.
Speaking of pitcher's duel, Michael Fulmer against Michael Pineda in Minnesota. We all had the Tigers yesterday, and man, they would not take no for an answer. They went down 6-2, and that was one of the strangest. They always say in baseball you can go to a baseball game, every day of your life, and you'll see something that you've never seen before. And I saw it yesterday in that Twins Tigers game, and even the announcers were like, they call the games at that field, and they were like, I've never seen this before. It was the Twins had the lead. And the Tigers were coming back. It was 6-2 Twins, and the Tigers were coming back. They had a guy on first base, and the guy hits the ball and it bounces off the field, and it hits the limestone portion of the wall, which is kind of like set back at target field. The ball bounces back in play. The outfielder just stands there, and the Tigers guys start running around the bases. And there's no replay. There's no argument. There's no anything. There's just an outfielder standing there like he doesn't know what's going on. And apparently the ground rule is stone piece of the wall at target field, which is, not the whole thing. It's just it's a piece of limestone out there in target field, in left field, and bounces back in play. The ball is in play and live. And it was the first time it had ever happened. It was yesterday in that Tigers-Twins game. And, we were on the right side of it, so we'll say it's a good rule. But it is listed in the ground rules as a probability and a possibility of something that could happen, which, in the NFL is something that they never get right? It's like the NFL, it's like, oh, replay will get it. No. The most crazy things in the NFL are not reviewable because no one would even think that, these calls or these plays would even happen. But in baseball, they actually got it right on that one. I'll tell you what, it sucked the wind out of the Twins. And after that, then it's like, so you have a reliever who's kind of struggling, and then you put in a reliever with a 6.27 ERA in a tie ball game. Okay. It's like, what do you do? It's like, I think the Twins just kind of packed that one in. Anyways, that's what happens when you watch a lot of baseball. You get to see stuff like that. But anyways, Brian, Twins and the Tigers. Michael Fulmer hasn't really been that awful as we're used to seeing him recently. And Michael Pineda is one of those guys that if I could say something about Michael Pineda to describe him, he's one of those guys. He's smiling all the time. He's like, he's got all these things going on. He's just too happy to be there, right? There's one thing to be happy to be there, but he's kind of too happy to be there. It's like, I think it's, he just loves playing baseball, this guy. But he does, last time out, 3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 65 pitches, limited work. That was Fulmer's line. Pineda was.
Yeah, I think he went 6 innings.
Yeah.
Pineda did.
That was Fulmer's line. Fulmer did limited work. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Those are Pineda numbers right there. That is exactly what you're going to get from Pineda. What do you think?
Normally at this huge price, I'd like to fade Pineda, but I can't with Fulmer. He's just awful. So I'm going to go with the over here. I think he gets over the total.
Telling you, since they've put Fulmer on just like these 3 innings of work thing, he hasn't been that bad. And you guys know I love to rip into these major league players that make millions and millions of dollars, and it's like, I gotta say, Fulmer, he's not that bad. He's not. He's got a 7.27 ERA, but it's
We're on the opposites again here. Before I was all Mr. Fulmer, now I'm anti-Fulmer.
It's a good 7.27 ERA. Chris? I know you like that juicy 7.27 ERA.
I'd like it to go towards the over here. I think the bullpen lets Fulmer down even if he has a good outing.
It's a fruit plate. Rod.
For me, I'm going to take a shot with Detroit and Fulmer. Fulmer has won all 5 career starts against the Twins, including a 3-0 record with a 2.55 ERA at target field. Give me Detroit and Fulmer here to keep his perfect record at target field going. I also like the under. I think we're in for a nice little pitchers duel here. Give me the under.
Thanks to everyone for all the compliments on our parlays yesterday. I know we all hit our parlays yesterday, and we do our best to hit them every day. But yesterday I know it was something special because I'm hearing numbers from people on winnings yesterday that are just knocking the socks. I've seen some tickets that are 20,000 plus. So the books, I think a lot of people took a beating yesterday on all the dogs, but I think our parlays and because I hit the parlay on the site on Pick Dogs, I hit the parlay and I hit my birdcage on this. So we did those 5 together, man. It was a monster. But
sometimes a parlay offsets a bad premium picks day. You can have your nice little parlay off the side. It makes up for your bad day. So.
Yeah, I don't do a ton of parlays. Like personally, I don't bet a ton of parlays, and usually when I do, it's small money. But once in a while, I'll be at a sports book and I'll just see something that's just plain as day, and I'll just I'll put $100 on 6-7 teams. And I've hit a bunch of them, but been super fortunate. Speaking of videos, I did a NFL first look video over at Sports Chat Place. Figured I don't do a lot with the Sports Chat Place YouTube channel, but I did an NFL first look video. I go through every single game on the card on that video, and I kind of give up my first look with my lean, my pick, whatever, what I'm looking at early in the week. I did every single game on the card. It's about 7 minutes. It's on Sports Chat Place in the NFL section on those games. It's also on the Sports Chat Place YouTube channel. If I don't get a lot of views on it, I'll move it to Pick Dogs, but I'm just trying to get the Sports Chat channel. Figured, why not? Give it a little love. Anyways, Sports Chat's more of like our website, and Pick Dogs is more like our YouTube media thing, right? Podcast. Now on Spotify. Speaking of Spotify, we got Cardinals and the Cubs back at it. Kyle Hendricks, he's a different home pitcher than he is away against Johan Oviedo, who I know Ruffalo likes to pronounce that name. Brian, what do you think?
I think Hendricks has another good home start. I'm going to lay the 1.5 here at the Cubs.
You, Chris?
Yeah, as much as I like Oviedo, I like the Cubs with Hendricks at home better. So give me Cubs on the run line.
Rod?
I'm gonna take the over. I think we see some runs today. Give me the over 8.
Yes, we are going to cover college football. We'll do it after this, after the baseball segment. I should have done it before. So everyone had the free consensus report for 3 days. I would love some feedback. If you guys can send me some emails and let me know, like, if it was easy to use and, you liked it and what you didn't like. And, I personally, I go by what you guys want, not by, my ideas. But, so if you guys can give me some feedback on that consensus, it'd be great. I know thousands of people tried it. So I know some of you guys tried it. Anyways, we got, Marco Gonzalez. I love the guys that feel the need to remove and cancel their credit card. Like I'm going to charge them or something. It's like everybody knows where I live. It's like, yes, I've set up this entire website for the last 14 years to take your $19 for a 3-day consensus report. It's like, doesn't really make a lot of sense. We don't keep credit card information. We don't keep your credit card information on file. That's done at a third party, encrypted. It's all like there's all kinds of laws and stuff. So we don't actually have your. People say that to me all the time too. Just charge my credit card. It's like I don't really have your card encrypted. Whatever. Speaking of encrypted, the Seattle Mariners are taking on the Texas Rangers. Colby Allard, he thought he fooled us, his first time as a starter, after we knew what garbage reliever he was and disappointment as a first-round pick. And so he kind of after I badmouthed him on the show, he goes out and pitches a gem. But since then, he's been gemmed. What do you think, Brian? I think today's Colby Allard's day.
Gonzalez has been strong all year. No reason not to play him here, even at the higher juice here. I'm going to take the Mariners.
Yeah, I completely agree. Give me the Mariners here.
Yeah, I agree as well. Give me Seattle.
Our name on Spotify is Pick Dogs. Picks from the Doghouse. Should be able to add how many. I don't even understand what this comment even is. Anyways. Tampa Bay Rays against the Washington Nationals. Late line on this one. Charlie Morton plus 105 versus Max Scherzer minus 125. Scherzer not looking like the same guy. The Nationals not looking like the same team. I got to go with Tampa Bay here. How about you, Brian?
Boy, I was just going to say that this is one of the games I wish I would have put in. I kind of like Scherzer at this price. I was somebody said at the beginning of the year he didn't look like the typical Max Scherzer, but I'm going to give him a chance here against Morton.
I'm gonna take the under here. I think we see a pitcher still between Morton and Scherzer. I wouldn't be surprised to see more than 5 runs, maybe 6.
Thank you for the feedback here, James. Actually, the number one comment that I've gotten on the consensus report, the number one question was, what do H and A mean? And it's home and away, but you just said if you put the team names or like the abbreviated team names, like New York Yankees, just put NYY, Tampa Bay Rays, TBR, whatever, something like that, it might be easier. I'll talk to the tech team. That's something they could probably do. Rod?
For me in this one, I know Scherzer's looked garbage all year, but I think today he has a good start. I'm not a fan of these Rays on the road either, so give me the Nationals here.
Got Cleveland Indians up against the Royals. Plesac up against Brad Keller. I'd like another big dog here. I'm on the Royals. I think the Indians have won a bunch of games in a row. The Royals have lost a bunch in a row. Just seems like a likely spot. Plesac, kind of the weak link in that Indians rotation. Brian?
Yeah. Keller has good numbers too. He's 3-1, 1.93 ERA. Give me the Royals plus money on the road here.
Chris?
I said before, Keller's my favorite pitcher in that rotation, so give me the Royals here, plus 175.
How about you, Rod?
I like the under. Give me the under 8.
Hyun-Jin Ryu and his carton of Marlboros takes the mound against Jordan Montgomery, the Yankees, and I mocked the Yankees yesterday, and they did nothing to come back. Matter of fact, I've heard some other people talk about firing Aaron Boone, who is probably the worst manager in baseball. Injuries happen. It's part of the game. Everybody has injuries. It's not an excuse, to lose. And to lose with, $60 million a year worth of pitchers, on a regular basis. And let's just say Masahiro Tanaka's performance yesterday was less than inspiring. And so is the Yankees. Entire road trip to Baltimore this weekend. Now they stay on the road, and Jordan Montgomery's coming to get us. Brian?
I'm going to take a shot with
Do you need me to
Montgomery.
save you from Jordan Montgomery? Please don't pitch Montgomery
I'm
at
going in on
us.
the Yankees today. I think Montgomery's best start of the year comes today, and they get a win over the Blue Jays here.
Oh, the Blue Jays are just petrified of Jordan Montgomery. Rod and Chris, what do you think? Does Jordan Montgomery come in and put the fire out? The stopper?
Rod's little outfit change there just so tells you what I need to know about that pick.
We like to call it wardrobe.
Sorry, wardrobe change. I was in malfunction. Give me the Jays here. I like the Jays a lot today.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, give me the Jays here. I think the Jays on the run line too. I think here comes a Yankee ass kicking.
Yeah, why not? Money. Got Kevin Gausman on the mound against Zach Gallen. This is the biggest line move of the day. One of the biggest line moves of the season. San Francisco goes from plus 119 to minus 125 on the overnight. $45 line move here. 61% of the public on Gausman. The Giants, they're 5-5 in their last 10, but boy, it feels like they're 19 out of their last 20 the way they've been playing, right? It's like they don't even play well, they win. Like yesterday, Cueto, not good, right? They still won. I don't know, man. It's tough to get in the way of a runaway train. What do you think, Brian?
Somebody knows something in this game, but as far as I'm going to go with the under here. I think we see a good pitching performance from Gausman and Gallen. I'm going to give me the under.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to go with the Giants here. I'm going to take. I'm not a Gausman fan, but he's been pitching better lately, and the Giants are just a better team right now. So give me the Giants.
Got a $20 super chat from IMK Smooth. Shoot me an email to mitch@pickdogs.com. Send me your name, your address, and your shirt size. I'll send you one of these. How about you, Rod?
For me in this one, the world's jumping on the Giants. I'm going to take a shot with Arizona. Gallen isn't that bad. He has never given up more than 3 runs in all 23 of his starts in the major league. So give me Arizona here. Either I'm going to get burnt or a lot of people are going to get burnt. Give me Arizona.
Got San Diego against Colorado. Denilson Lamet, who I always liked in the past, but man, it seems that when he goes out of the game, or when he gets late into the pitch count, it gets ugly in a hurry. It does. So I just can't take him. Kyle Freeland plus 170. The Rockies. The Rockies, in just the last 2 days, plus 500 on your money. Craziness, the craziness that is baseball betting and people jumping on these favorites.
I think we see a strong pitching performance from both teams in this one. I like Lamet to go 6-7 innings. I think it goes under the total.
Yeah, I'm looking for the annoying guy. For those of you in the comments, I'm looking for him. He's on the Sports Chat channel. I thought it was on the Pick Dogs. So that's why I haven't blocked him yet. But I will block him. Trust me. I always find him. Yeah, this guy's just an idiot.
Right. Give me the Rockies here.
He's gone.
I'll take the Rockies for another upset.
Apologize to everyone for that. I like the Rockies as well. Oakland up against Houston. Houston looked sad, pathetic, and lost in Los Angeles. They looked horrific. And the bullpen looked even worse. Brian, what do you think?
Well, that was one of the biggest games I got wrong yesterday, the Astros.
Me too.
Man.
I was with you. Guilty as charged.
Horrible.
They come back with 2 home runs. They left guys on base, and they had some opportunities there. But that 9th inning was just, you notice how the guys are still subtly throwing at the Astros? They're still getting blunked like crazy. Especially the teams in the division are really, really hitting them hard with these inside pitches.
I was going into extra innings thinking, maybe they'll get a couple runs in the extra innings, but that didn't happen. This game, I'm going to take Freddie Montas to actually have a good pitching performance today. I think Oakland gets the win.
It seems like the pitchers are aiming for the guy's wrists on the Astros and their hands. It's like, and they're hitting them, and you can hear the snapping of the bones through the TV.
You mean right watch would be?
What's that you cut out? I'm sorry. That might have been on my end.
They hit him in the wrist right where that Apple Watch would be.
Yeah, they did hit him. I think that is what maybe that's the significance of it.
I don't know. But I'm going to take the A's here. I think the A's are going to put a world of hurt on the Astros here.
And how about you, Rod?
Yeah, give me Oakland here. I agree. I'm not touching Houston.
We got college football action tonight. Last game of the weekend. Navy went from a 3-point favorite to a 1-point dog in this one against BYU. In a little bit of inverse line movement, 47% on BYU. So it's not like a major inverse line movement, but it's inverse line movement nonetheless. Brian, we saw Army, another military team, look flawless in their first outing of the year. BYU, the sloppiest team in all of college football, traditionally the most penalized team, and a team that, quarterback 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions last year, up here against a disciplined team. But, usually mammoth offensive line, when they play schools like this, twice the size of them.
I think we're going to see a lot of running the ball. I think BYU and the Navy especially, everybody knows Navy runs the ball. But I think it goes like Army. I think you see a lot of, even though everybody's on the under, I'm with the under as well. I think game goes quick.
Yeah, I was originally leaning towards trying to pick a side, but the under looks like the best play here. Mainly for that reason. We saw it with Army that they just chewed up clock like nobody's business against Middle Tennessee. I think it's the same here. I'll take the under.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'll agree. Even though the line's moved like 7 points and it opened at 55, it's down to 48. I'll still take the under. Give me the under here.
I think we see some scoring. We got the NHL tonight. Tampa Bay Lightning back in action up against the Islanders.
Who can suck it?
Pretty much. What do you guys, Rod, what are you thinking here in this one?
I think the more rested Tampa Bay team comes out and lays it to the Islanders. I'll take Tampa here. I think the Islanders are tired off their 7-game battle, and Tampa's cup bound. Give me Tampa.
Chris?
I'm going to take the under here. I think, while we can say that the Lightning are rested, we can also say that the Islanders haven't had the time to sort of let any rust set in, and I think both teams are going to go after each other here. So I'll take the under on what should be a physical game.
I agree with that.
How about you, Brian? Any opinion?
I agree with Rod 100%. Tampa Bay 3-0 tonight.
I'm going to take the Islanders just to be difficult. I know nothing about hockey. But anyways, that brings us to our parlay section. Yesterday was a big day for us for parlays. Of course, we never look back. We only look forward. So, Chris, you were the last one to close out your winning birdcage yesterday with the Colorado Rockies, pulling it out for you at night. Who do you like today?
Today, I'm just going to stick with a 2-team parlay. I'm just going to go with the pair underdogs. I'm going to take the Royals, and I'm going to take the Colorado Rockies again.
All right. How about you, Rod?
For me, I'm going to take the Jays, the Mets, and Arizona. My 3-team.
And how about you, Brian?
I'm going to go with the Nationals, the Yankees, and Clippers under the total.
Okay. Call that the anti-Mitch parlay. Then we got
I could have thrown in the Raptors if I wanted to do that.
That's just, I mean, just throw money away. Anyways, I got the Tigers, the Mariners, the Rays, and the Royals. 4-teamer. Let's hit 3. We hit 2 yesterday. We hit 3 yesterday. Let's go. Time to move it up to 4. So that's what it's going to be. Tigers, Rays, Mariners, Royals. I would even consider throwing in the Cubs to make it a 5-teamer. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Another fun show. A little bit shorter than usual, which is okay for us since we kind of do this 365 days a year. But we appreciate everyone that joins us. Smash that like button. 655 people watching us live as we're ready to sign out. This show is only getting bigger, and I can imagine what next weekend is going to look like with college football and NFL football. Probably going to run a little bit longer. We'll have to figure out our timing, I guess, as we go. As we navigate this with baseball and football all going. Last year, we just cut the baseball games out on NFL Sundays is what we did. So I don't want to do that this year, but that is what we did last year. But we'll do it a little different this year. Anyways, thanks, everyone, for joining us. Of course, like I said, some feedback on that consensus would be nice. If you can. If you can't, well, I understand. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your Labor Day. Enjoy your time with your family. And, of course, we're going to try and act more professional tomorrow.